How you guys doing? Eric here. Today is Monday, June the 4th, 2018. It'll be my mother's birthday today. If she was still alive, she would be 71 years old today. Happy birthday, Mother. Anyways, beautiful day up here in Gilpin County, Colorado. And I got the day off of work today. So we kind of finished that paint job on Friday, and trying to get another job going here, building a fence down in Boulder. So hopefully that'll start up soon and be back to work. But so I got a day off today. Get some stuff done. I can do some yard work, make a video, take Dingo for a hike, get two birds stoned at the same time. Anyways, yeah, so watching some interesting videos this morning, basically about the whole fucking nature of reality, right? Deep shit, man, that I'm thinking about today. And it's like, I gotta ask myself these things, man. It's so many questions I have about what the fuck I'm doing here in this fucking life, in this reality, how I got here, how we all got here, what we're doing here. You know, they want us to believe that we're just, I don't know, running on a treadmill, I guess. I don't know. There's no meaning, no purpose, or, yeah, all I really know is that at some point in my life when I was a very young child, I had my very first memory, right? And that's as much as I can remember. You know, before that, I don't remember anything. Just one day I have a memory in my mind, and that was my earliest memory in this life. Who knows, maybe that's when my spirit came into this body. Maybe that's when my soul took over this body. Before that, maybe I was just a lifeless vessel, a soulless vessel, until a spirit came into it, and then I had my first memory. Kind of interesting. But yeah, you know, so we're born onto this planet, you know, and we're very needy. You know, we have so many needs that we spend all of our time fulfilling those needs. You know, we got to breathe, number one, right? We got to eat, we got to drink water, we got to sleep, and those are just our physical needs, right? But so many of us lack. There's so much lack in the world, you know, physical, just your basic physical needs. So many people don't get enough food, go hungry, suffer, you know, physically. And then we have our other needs. You know, we're not just a physical being, we're also an emotional being. And, you know, we have feelings. You know, we need to communicate with each other. We need companionship. We need to be loved. And so many of us don't get that, you know. There's so much loneliness in the world, you know. Most of us, even people that are married, still feel like they're all alone in the world, you know. And so many of us lack emotionally, you know. I don't understand, man, you know. Every woman I ever loved in my life, why they all abandoned me, you know. I don't understand it. Well, you know, what's wrong with me? Why have I been abandoned by so many people that I've loved? Every person that I've ever loved in my life has left, and now I'm just here all alone. You know, my family's abandoned me. None of my family ever calls me. You know, all I got is my dog, and it's kind of weird because, you know, I'm not the only one. There's millions and millions and millions of us that live a life of fucking solitude, man. In a world full of billions of humans, we lack our basic freaking emotional support, you know. We all turn on each other, turn our backs on each other, and fucking leave each other in loneliness, you know. Even though we all know that we are emotional beings, that we're social beings that need companionship. We need to be loved. We need to be heard. That's why I like to make videos, you know. It's my one way of being heard, you know, one way of getting my thoughts out into the world, and some companionship, some friends that watch my videos and, you know, listen to what I have to say, and, you know, might give a fuck a little bit. But, you know, in my real life, it's utter loneliness, man. I don't understand it. And it's not like I'm not trying to go out and meet somebody. Just I don't know, it's weird, man. On the other hand, I'm just as content to be alone, you know. I really don't need companionship, but maybe I'm just lying to myself, and you know, I am a human and I do. But I've lived most of my life alone. So yeah, we're living in this reality. We have these needs, and most of our needs go unfulfilled. And so we suffer. We lack basic. There's so many poor, suffering people in the world, right? It's really weird. Billions and billions of people. And the majority of us are lonely, hungry, suffering, lacking our basic needs in life. And very few people have everything, are very wealthy. They have everything that, you know, they have all the money, all the resources. And the vast majority of the humanity suffers. It's an interesting situation that we're in, you know. Why? You got to ask yourself, why is there so much suffering? Is it because there's beings that feed on our suffering? Is that what it is? Is that the whole meaning, the reason why we're here? To suffer and feed these evil entities with our negative energy. And that's where they keep us here. We're their fucking livestock. And they feed off our pain and agony, loneliness, suffering. It makes a lot of sense to me. Why? You know, it explains a lot of what's going on in the world. Why there's so much lack, and so the vast majority of the people suffer most of their lives, toil, struggle, constantly never really having much time to enjoy life because we're constantly trying to fulfill our needs. So yeah, it's a fascinating topic, man. It really is. You know, it's like some people believe that they are the only consciousness on the earth. Some, you know, maybe I am the only consciousness here, and all of this is just a test for my soul. You know, a lot of people believe that. Maybe we're all the same consciousness. That's another possibility. And we're sent here to struggle and suffer and learn, you know, the basic. We're the same consciousness divided up into many little pieces. And when we die, we go back to the same consciousness. Who knows, man? It's very interesting. All I know is this fucking reality that we live in is not what they're telling us. There's so much more out there than this physical reality that we're trapped in. Yeah, you know, they keep us in this life. You know, the most of us constantly running on this fucking rat wheel to fulfill our basic needs, right? To pay our fucking bills, so we have a place where we can sleep at night, not have to worry about the fucking police coming and taking and throwing us in a cage for sleeping out in the world or something, you know. So most of us never really have time to even stop and think about our fucking situation. Why we're in this? Because we don't have time to. All we have time to do is toil and struggle to fulfill our needs and the needs of our family. And that takes up most all of our time, pretty much. So they keep us in the dark. So yeah, man, we're living on a planet, billions and billions of people, and most of us hate each other. And we're constantly living in a situation where we're spiritually starving ourselves, I think is what it is, man. And our whole culture and society, it's meant to keep us spiritually starving and never truly happy in this life. We all just kind of quietly, like like Pink Floyd said, hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. You know, we're all been isolated into our, even people who are surrounded by their families still feel isolated, man. It's pretty interesting, I think. And they're feeding off of our spiritual starvation. So this whole society and culture, instead of loving each other, supporting each other, taking care of each other, even married couples end up bickering and fighting and becoming you know, hurting each other and leaving each other alone, isolating each other. The whole society has got, you know, spiritually starving us instead of loving, nurturing, caring. It's all the opposite of that, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that's what this whole culture of ours fucking promotes, I think, is what I'm trying to say here. It's all based on fucking materiality, right? Most women are so programmed to believe, you know, they need a man that can provide for them, you know, and you're just not good enough, you know, you're just never good enough, no matter what you do, you know, you're just never going to make enough money to satisfy them, you're never going to have a nice enough car, you're never going to have a nice enough, and that's how they do it, man. Then the woman resents you and leaves you because you cannot fulfill her fucking materialistic needs. And that's how they do it, man. That's how most loving relationships end up breaking apart, all over fucking money. So yeah, that's what's going on, I think, man. In this culture of ours, they got us so concerned about the material world and our material possessions and our standings in the world, you know, and that we totally let ourselves starve to death spiritually. We're all just concerned about taking care of our physical needs, and we end up starving to death spiritually and starving each other spiritually. So anyway, fascinating subject today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. So many humans, so much hatred, so little love. Anyways, I think I'll go home and feed my soul with some delicious tacos. That'll make me feel better.